ショットショー2024年やってまいりました。オールスターのブースで来ています。そして皆さん、なんとこちら皆さんが大好きな PPK がずらっと揃ってます。個人的にはこの木のグリップの PPK がめちゃくちゃかっこいいですね。欲しいな PPK。はい、今オールスターのブースにね、クリスさんと一緒にいます。
Sure, yeah. So these are our newest PDPs. These are the steel frame line. This is kind of the rod version. This is the steel frame match. It's got a 5-inch barrel. This one comes with a dynamic performance trigger. Also comes with 20-round capacity magazines. This one has some aftermarket grips on it from our friends at Lock Grips. They don't usually come this way. We're just kind of showing these off for them at the show. It has the PDP optic footprint, so it'll work with any optics plates that are for any PDP, polymer, steel, it doesn't matter. Has some lightning cuts in the slide, and then also just some cool engraving. Comes in at 40 ounces, and then the MSRP on this is $18.99. But this is the one that we're most proud of.
Right. It was, for a while, it was very hard to get this one. Right?
Yes.
It was on the back one.
Yeah, very, very popular. So it's an evolution of the Q5 steel frame. The Q5 was a PPQ, and then we kind of upgraded to the PDP. So now we had to do a PDP steel frame. Right. So, but this is the match version. We also, for SHOT Show, announced a 4.5-inch full-size steel frame. It's a non-match version, so you'll notice this one doesn't. It just has a standard dynamic, performance duty trigger, but still has the full steel frame, optic cut. All of the PDPs are optic cut, and the MSRP on this one is just a little bit less, about $300 less. So,
which is not a bad trigger at all. So I
still great trigger.
The polymer PDP, and the trigger has just been phenomenal. I think it's the best trigger in that price range.
Yeah.
The polymer pistol.
Yeah, we. Our triggers, we love our ergonomics. This was our other one that was released this year at SHOT Show. This is the compact steel frame, so 4-inch barrel, and then the 15-round capacity grip. So kind of a cool blend of like a carryable steel frame gun and a performance gun. It's still a cool engraving, still optics ready, but just no dynamic performance trigger, magwell on this one.
And the other thing I want to talk about is just the grip, right? So how I think you guys have the best grip when it comes to stippling and all that stuff. How did you guys achieve that?
We actually do a lot of hand measurements. It sounds kind of that was one thing that we did for the F series is we measured something like 1,000 different hands, and that was why we built one for women, people with smaller hands. We wanted to give them a grip option for that gun as well. So lots of hand measuring. It's I guess interesting science that goes behind designing a gun that feels as good in the hand as Walther does.
And one thing I want to mention is that it doesn't come with an optic plate, but you can order it and then you guys ship it. So,
every PDP will come with a voucher for one free optic plate. So you're still not out any money out of pocket. And we want everybody to shoot optics. We love optics ourselves. If you want to shoot irons, that's great, but we didn't want there to be any added cost to the customer. So yeah, there's a card inside every new PDP. You fill it out, let us know what optic you're using, and we'll send you a free plate.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
Appreciate it.
Not a problem. Thanks, guys.
そして PDP フルサイズ、これはプロ SD。サプレッサーのね、マズルスレッドがついております。色もこのツートンからもかっこいいですね。ちなみにバレルはこれ5インチのバレルですね。そしてなんといっても一番の目当てはこちらですよ。スチールフレーム。全金属の PDP。そしてこれね、バレルじゃない、スライドカットがついてますね。めちゃくちゃかっこいい。見てください、このいかついマグウェル。USPSA ではキャリーオプティックはね、このマグウェルつけちゃダメなんですけども、取らないといけないんですけど、これね、きれいに取れるようになってます。トリガーですけどね、これスチールモデル。めちゃくちゃいい、最高。リセット見ていきましょうか。やべえ、あれがリセットですよ。やばいなこれ。さて今回レビューした銃ですけども、こちらは 4.5 インチの PDP、 そして動画内で言ったら5インチの PDP がねこちらにあります。でドットはね、これドットサイドはこのアクロがついてますね。かっこいいな。でこっちがですね 3.5 インチのショートバレルの PDP、 コンパクトサイズですね。こちらが PD380 口径ですね。ストライカーじゃなくてね、ハンマーです。ものすごくコンパクトね。 いい感じですね。380。Okay, so this is Eddie from Trijicon going over the new RMR setup.
Yeah, we want to. One of the things we want to show you today is the new RMR HD. Everyone's familiar with the RMR. You know, we consider it to be the benchmark for red dot reflex sights in the industry, especially on for pistol mounted. What we've done with the RMR HD is obviously we've made it a little bit larger. We've added a top loading battery. And one of the coolest aspects of this particular optic is the forward-facing sensor. So traditional red dots, they can detect the light at the source of the actual optic itself. With the RMR HD, the forward-facing sensor actually is reading the light at the target. So if you're in a dark room shooting out into a light area or vice versa, the reticle automatically adjusts for the target versus where you're standing, and that's one of the really special features that we have.
Okay.
So this is Trigicon's brand new RCR, which is a closed reflex. This is our first closed reflex. If you can imagine the RMR that we've always had, this is the benchmark in the industry. Imagine that being just a closed emitter version with a top loading battery. It still has the same adjustable brightness settings as an RMR, but it's completely enclosed with a top loading battery.
What's the expected battery life?
Don't quote me on this, but it's about 3 years.
3 years.
On a mid setting.
But birthday rule still applies, right?
Oh, exactly. And you know, you still want to change it out every year. I tell everybody, change it once a year regardless. But this is our closed emitter version. It's more, you know, law enforcement driven or people that want a super durable optic. I don't know if you've seen, but there have been a few reviews out there that they just put them through unbelievable torture.
Oh yeah,
100%. And they survive every bit of it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
グロックブースにやってきました。今からね、グロックの担当者 T さんと一緒にね、インタビューをしていきたいと思います。
Hey guys, my name is T. I am one of the newest members of Team Glock here. We're here at the 2024 SHOT Show booth over in Hall B, Exhibit 12411. Obviously, we have a really immersive booth here. There's a lot of new products going on. We have the new G49, which is going to be our 47 slide with a 19 frame for more concealability and better sight radius. So it's, you know, all of our Glocks, they are very modular, as you know, and you know, you can put the 19 frame with the 19 slide on there. So it's very interchangeable and such great products.
So Glock 17 MOS will be stopping production, correct?
Yes, so the Glock 17 MOS is going to be replaced by the 47 MOS. We still do make the 17 in the non-MOS version in Gen 5, so that's still available on our market. So we do have compatibility to make your G47 with the Glock 19 slide. The G47 has a 17 length slide with a 19 recoil system and also a 17 frame. So you can change out the slide, replace it with the 19 slide on top of that.
So what makes Glock so great?
You know, obviously Glock, we are known for our reliability. It shoots great out of the box. I shoot it for competition for USPSA and IPSC, and I keep my gun pretty much all stock and it runs really great. We do have the Glock Performance Trigger, and something new about the Glock Performance Trigger this year is that we are making it compatible for the Gen 4 line on top of the Gen 5 line. So every Glock Performance Trigger now comes with a Gen 5 slide a slide plate cover that you can replace to make it compatible for Gen 4. I use the Glock Performance Trigger for competition as well. I love the smooth trigger pull and reliability of it. Yeah, so 2024, you know, perfection continues. We're going to move forward and you know, continue to innovate and continue to strive for Glock perfection.
Thank you so much, T.
Thank you.
はい、こちらにあるのがね、グロックの最新拳銃、グロック20ですね。こちらは10ミリになります。10ミリとはね、40口径と同じ弾なんですけど、火薬量がもうちょっと多いですね。40口径は皆さんもこのチャンネル見てたら分かると思いますけど、40口径はもうなくなってる、最近ね、全然売れなくなったんで、40口径はなくなっていくんですけど、今聞いたところ、10ミリはね、まだ結構売れてるみたいなんですよ。ですので、新しくね、これアップグレードとしてグロック20。Gen 5の MOS ですね、これが出てきたってわけですね。 はい、ストリームライトのトニーさんと一緒にいます。
Okay, so we'd like to show you some of the new products from Streamlight. We've taken one of our most popular lights, the TLR6, and we now call it the TLR6HL. It's an upgrade.
Right.
It now has higher lumens and longer run times, and it has a special rechargeable battery pack. So you just plug this in like via USB, and then you have 2 backup spare batteries that you can put them right in there. Our most successful growing product is now the TLR7.
Absolutely, I have that, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it just gives you such much better, control with a finger, whether you're left-handed or right-handed.
Absolutely.
And this new one, the TLR6X, X basically in our line stands for dual fuel, where you can use, let's say, a regular lithium battery or a rechargeable lithium battery. So this one has a rechargeable lithium battery inside, so you just plug it right in, and basically never having to worry about replacing the batteries anymore for as long as that USB battery lasts, which is a significant amount of time. And you can also change back to the regular lithium battery,
Right.
should you not have access to rechargeability,
Right.
no USB ports close by. Have you seen the new Speed Locker?
No, I have not.
Okay, this is a very great product for us. Many people are saying they need to be able to have a place to store their weapon. So right now it's set on the default mode. You don't have to worry about using combinations or a key. So quick access, boom, opens right up. And inside you can have your gun and your battery pack, whatever else you need in
That's
there.
sweet.
And your cache. Right now it's set with these 3 pins here.
Right.
So when you push that in, it
Oh,
opens
gotcha.
And
Combination.
you could change it. If you just wanted 1 pin, you would take those out, put them back there.
Hey, you don't have to worry about battery or nothing.
That's
You just
correct,
have to
which is really
have
important
combination.
because if you're nervous,
Right.
intruder,
Right.
you just know you just boom, 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 and you have it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it also comes with a tether and lock system, which you just basically strap around the handle and then lock it to a pipe or some kind of a solid surface, solid locking area. So it comes with a key lock
Okay.
with the tether.
Okay. So we often concentrate a little focus on lumen, but like candela is also important, isn't it?
I'm glad you brought that point up. In the very beginning, everybody always talked about candela.
Right.
How long can your lights go? 20, 30 years ago, that was the buzz term, candela. Then everybody said, okay, we want a lot of lumens. So that became the buzzword, and we've increased lumens to where we have as much as 2,000 in some of our handhelds.
Right.
Now people are saying, we're interested in distance again. So it's almost like a fashion trend when it comes to flashlights.
Yeah.
And so now these lights, most of them are improving the candela and the lumens. And usually we can do that with the reflectors. Sometimes it's just a matter of changing, the head over here on some of the lights.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Tony. I really appreciate it. ショーファイヤーのブース行きますけども、皆さん見てください。このいいね。ショーファイヤーのサブカンにショーファイヤーのライト。ショーファイヤー尽くしです。なんとこうか。HL2 ヘルメットのイルミネーターですね。こちらの XP2 ピストルライトですけども、この2つついてるのこれライトで、上にねもう1つ穴があるんですけど、これがレーザーらしいです。日本ではねあまりポピュラーじゃないかもしれないですけどね、カニックっていう拳銃がね最近アメリカではものすごくポピュラーになっています。トルコ製の拳銃なんですけどね、センチュリーアームスと一緒になってます。こちら、ニュースさん USPCA のチャンピオンにインタビューしたいと思います。Alright, Niels, so thank you so much. So we have a Japanese audience watching this. If you could just walk us through, what's great about Canik?
So the first thing that jumps out at you if you pick up a Canik is the quality of the trigger.
Right.
So it's a striker-fired polymer pistol. which a lot of companies make. But what sets us apart is the trigger. Like it's a shootable trigger, it's a consistent trigger. The trigger is the apparatus that allows you to be accurate with the gun. So if you can shoot the gun accurately and the trigger is set up for you and you can easily manipulate it, you're going to shoot that much more accurately.
Coming from you, that means a lot, right? So yeah, I walked around, felt a lot of triggers.
Sure.
But Canik, I think by far has the best stock trigger.
Yes,
right?
I think so. I think for under $3,000, you'd be hard pressed to find a better trigger out of the box from a factory in the industry.
So now, during the competition, do you ever shoot polymer or steel frame only?
So in 2022, we came out with the Canik Rival, which is a polymer frame 5-inch. Last year in 23, we came out with the steel frame of the same pistol, the Rival S. And I switched over to the steel frame. I've only won 2 national championships and a world championship with that gun, so hasn't been quite as successful, but it shoots really, really well. It's super soft, and that extra 12, 13 ounces of weight really soaks up that recoil.
Yeah, now he's being humble, you know.
Yeah, humble brag, you know. But no, I'm super proud to say, so in 2022, I'm pretty sure I set a record for the most national championships and national championships, world championships won in a single year by one person.
100%. Yeah, and then steel model, like nobody had it for a while. Right?
Yeah.
So I think now it's becoming more available. But
yeah, we've worked on increasing our production capacity to really bring more volume into the States. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Neil.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Really appreciate it. トリガーいきますよ。ちなみにこれストックのトリガーですけど。やばいでしょ。ではリセットいきます。リセット。悪さもいいけどもカニックもやっばいほどいい。センチュリーアームはね、自分どれか紹介しましたけども AK も結構扱ってるメーカーなんですね。こちらはね、センチュリーアームの HK のクローンになります。これでだいたいね、この間見た時に1500度ぐらいやったかな。だから HK よりは安いんですけどね、HK の MP5 になるとね、もう3000ドルぐらいしちゃいますんで、クローンはちょっと値段が安いからですね。そして黄金の AK、ドラムマガジン付き。これはいかついな。これ皆さんこれでサバゲーしたら絶対勝つでしょ。